Motorcycle Madhouse and the Biker Angle over on YouTube. If you're looking for up-to-date biker news, then Insane Throttle is the place to be. Daily editorials and news that is dedicated to the biker scene. Come on over and join the #1 internet biker news site at harley-liberty.com. Or come on over to the Insane Throttle's new YouTube channel for the Biker Angle, hosted by myself.
Hollywood's Motorcycle Madhouse on iHeartRadio.
Hi, this is James Hollywood Machikari. Hop on over and check out our new YouTube channel where you can hear Motorcycle Madhouse and watch the Biker Angle. You can look up the new channel by going to our website, harley-liberty.com, or Insane Throttle Biker News in the YouTube channel search bar. Don't forget to have that prospect hit the subscribe button and that bell in the upper right hand corner so you will always be up to date with the new channel content.
Hey riders, this is little brother Trucker from Stormkicker, and you're listening to Hollywood on Motorcycle Madhouse. Want to hear more of iTunes? Head on over to stormkicker.com, and don't forget, ride on.
Hi, this is James Hollywood Machikari, host of the popular Biker Angle on YouTube and Motorcycle Madhouse's radio podcast on iHeartRadio. I like to invite everyone to check out my new books, The New Age of Biking and Brotherhood, and the #1 new release in the transportation history category, Iron Order Motorcycle Club, the year that changed the motorcycle club scene. You will get a no-nonsense look at the current happenings in the scene. Both titles are available on paperback and Kindle through all major retailers, as well as an audio version of both of the books on Insane Throttle Publishing. Rock on!
Motorcycle Madhouse with James Hollywood Machikari.
Yep, good to go.
Hi, this is James Hollywood Machikari, and you want to know how you can support the channel? Go ahead and subscribe and hit that bell notification so you'll be notified every time a new video gets downloaded.
You're about to witness a seismic event. Now, let the party begin.
Your healthy radio addiction starts now.
Hollywood's Motorcycle Madhouse on iHeartRadio.
And welcome everyone to the show. It is Friday. Hey, what the hell you doing over here with me on a Friday night, man? You should be out there all pumping up on those honeys. Shit. But we got a hell of a show for you today. And hey, we got a hell of a freaking chat room going here on a Friday night. Hey, you guys got to get some lives, man. Now, tonight we're going to be talking about Brotherhood and how it's changed and where it's at now. Not only in the club scene, because everybody thinks it's the club scene Brotherhood shit, but I'm talking the biker life in general. But we're also, I gotta remind you guys here, you gotta get on the phone. Get on the phone come Monday morning with your damn state reps and shit like that and tell them to pass the cruise bill that just went up. It's about term limits, constitutional amendments. We gotta get these guys out of here. Now, if you, I don't know, the youngsters maybe, because, we all know that they're not taught too much civics anymore in school, but the President of the United States didn't used to have term limits. It wasn't until FDR and all that good jive that they passed this stuff. So they wanted to cut off the legs of the executive branch, but of course they didn't want to cut theirs off. But now you got people out there serving terms, 40, 50 frickin' years, and we wonder why our country's all fucked up. So, you gotta get on that phone and call and get your representatives to get this bill getting some freaking legs. But I do know, and here's the hypocrisy of some of these representatives on this, and here's a little 2 minutes short little thing on this deal, and you'll see exactly why we need term limits.
Interesting proposal, bipartisan proposal by Republican Senator Ted Cruz and Democrat and also Republican Francis Rooney, not bipartisan, sorry about that, but between the House and the Senate. It proposes a constitutional amendment and it would instill term limits for both the Senate, 2 terms, and 3 two-year terms for the House. Do you support that?
I think the best term limit is to have public financing of campaigns and independent redistricting. I beat a 40-year
That's a no to a constitutional amendment.
But I beat a 40-year incumbent in my own party because California passed independent redistricting and an open primary where any voter could vote for any candidate from any party. And I think that is a better reform. And I beat someone who had just kind of been elected without any challenges. So get rid of dirty maps and dirty money. I think that's the best term limit.
That is freaking, look at that, man. That is always their excuse. You see how they pivot around everything? You know, this is the reason why we're having problems in this country. I don't know if people know, but, you know, I think like 80%, 85% of these people that are serving in Congress and in the Senate right now, they're freaking lawyers, and you cannot trust freaking lawyers. What the hell is wrong with people? You know, they say, you know, they're one of the number one industries that are hated, and we got 80% of them running our damn country. So get on that phone. Let's get her done. But let's go to another story that broke today. You know, it broke a couple days ago, actually. But this is huge, and this has to deal with Waco and the shootout down in Twin Peaks. And this is something scary that should get everybody worried. But they were caught in a lie right now, the Waco PD. And this kind of shows you how the PD oversteps its boundaries. Now, this story comes, let's see here, comes from Legal Aid or some shit like that. But Clinton Broden. Now, Clinton Broden's one of the defense attorneys, and he has been kicking Waco's ass. He's been kicking, you know, this Abel Reyna, that freak that finally is out of office. And you know why he's out of office is because the boys over at Texas Biker Radio, All for One, the Confederation of Clubs, all the biker rights organization, and independents went out there in force down in Waco and voted. We have to get involved. It makes a difference. They beat an incumbent, which this is unreal, by 20 percentage points down there. 20 percentage points. So that shows you the power of the vote for the biker. But anyway, he obtained a copy of search warrants issued on July 12th, 2015 to search the mobile phones of Waco bikers, including the mobile phones of his client, Matthew Clenadon, which were seized during the arrest on May 17th. The Waco Police Department affidavits requesting these search warrants, like the criminal complaints used to arrest 177 people, were simply fill-in name documents without any individual probable cause. That means they arrested people without no investigation, no probable cause. They just said, oh, you got a vest, you're going to jail. 177 people went there. Now, most of those cases have been dismissed, except for, I think it's like 25 of them has been dismissed. But that's scary shit, man. Yeah, what went down was horrible. You know, there were 7 members of the Cossacks, 1 bandito, and 1 independent that got shot. And 4 of those deaths came from, I believe, 223s, but, you know, if I'm wrong on that, correct me, but came from police. Police shot them dead. Now, what's so horrifying about that incident is the police, with their informants, I guess, because this is all news, is they knew ahead of time that this should not have happened. They were on site hours before the meetup. They could have stopped it by turning them away. You know, I know up in the Midwest how they do it if 2 groups don't get along. They'll turn one away, and there's never that kind of shit. But they didn't do that. And what we now have is Waco Twin Peaks and some of the most egregious arrest that's ever happened. This stuff is actually being studied in case law in Texas right now, and it's still going on. And the one person that was brought to trial was a mistrial. So out of that whole thing, only one was brought to trial. It was a mistrial, and only 25 something exist right now with further charges. You're talking about millions upon millions of dollars wasted. Taxpayers' money down there wasted because Abel Reyna wanted to get his fucking bootstraps so he'd move up to a higher office. He didn't care about them families. He didn't care what they were going through. People lost jobs. They lost friends. Everything. And now to come find out that it was a fill-in document. All they had to do is, here, fill it in. You're done. Go get them. Just to see your phone. Now, club or non-club, you can, you know what? You got a lot of people out there that bash clubs and stuff like that. It is what it is. But if you put it in you're an American citizen perspective, you got cops just running through your shit without a warrant. What kind of country are we in right now? I just actually watched a video before coming on the air, and you had protesters on the public sidewalk. Well, the cops didn't like what they were saying or didn't like what they were doing as far as their cause that they were protesting. So next thing you know, you got one cop bashing this one guy in and tasering his ass because he didn't like it. Come to find out, he tried to charge him with trespassing, but you can't charge somebody for trespassing when you're on a public way. So it is time to get up, get out there, and put in the fight, just like what happened in Texas. You have to get out there. You cannot go out and bitch, moan, cry, whine, all that stuff if you're not going to get involved. You got to get involved, man. And this right here is the perfect time to do it. With that, Bill, get on the phone with your stuff. So let's go back to the chat room. Hey, how you doing, everybody? Sinister's in. Mr. Perfect, how you doing? Mads is in. EO2W. Hey, I got to give a shout out to Baby Girl out there in Glendale Heights. Real cool chick. Love her to death. Love her to death. So I had to give her a little shout out, make her feel happy and stuff like that. Thank you, Danny, for that. White Boy Jay, thanks for that, Danny. That's a big shout out for him out at the Chosen Few. If you haven't seen that video yet, go ahead and take a look, man. It's good history. Or the actual interview with Father Ricks is over on Big Kaz's channel. So go over there, take a look at it. And I'm actually glad that you brought that up, Dan, because we're going to talk about Brotherhood right now, how it's changed and all that good shit. Father Ricks is, you know what, after I heard the story that David Walters put out and I listened to the interview, that's some old school Brotherhood right there. That's somebody that is actually putting forth the effort, taking a stand and making what this lifestyle is all about. Because let's just face it, Brotherhood, it's kind of a, you know, it's just a saying now. People will go out there, hey, brother, how you doing? Hey, brother, how you doing? Don't even know the dude. Don't even know, you know what? And I especially find it funny on social media, especially on Facebook. Now, you got people, yeah, you got the groups and stuff like that. Yeah, we have Insane Throttle's Biker and Brotherhoods group. If you guys want to go join that, go ahead over there. We just started it up. A little group where you go debate, look at chicks' ass and all that good shit. So go over there, take a look at it. But you go in these type of groups and, you know, you see them talking to each other and it's like, hey, brother, you know, like I was saying before, and you don't know them. That's not what Brotherhood is. I'm sorry to say to you guys, you know, I actually do have a hard, you know, nosed look at Brotherhood, and that just is because I look at it in a couple ways. Now, if, you know, you got two different types of things you got to look at. Now, if you're only riding and stuff like that, and or you got stuff you're in business, man, it's hard to get them apart. But a lot of guys with, and this is just in the biker, the independent stuff, I'm not even talking about MCs. Because I can tell you with the MCs, yeah, it's real. The Brotherhood's there. You know, them guys, and I think that's one of the biggest reasons they're so protective and they got the protocol is because they do got that brotherhood. They had to go through a process to earn that brotherhood, to earn that patch. So yeah, they're going to get defensive when somebody just goes out there and spends, $300 to make their own colors. Thanks a lot for that, Sinister. And yeah, shout out to Big Kaz for helping the guys with the shirts too, man. That's awesome shit right there, man. Busy Kaz is a kick-ass guy, man. I'm telling you. But yeah, with the Brotherhood, they earn it in an MC. And yes, it's tight. And yes, it does go awry when shit goes down. If you're doing some shit you don't want to be doing, yeah, it's gonna go downhill because, when you're facing 25 to life, you got to think your situation out. Me, I think that's bullshit that they rat somebody out. And another thing about Brotherhood, and I I hear it all the time. I was going to say often, but I hear this all the time. Well, I thought they said it's supposed to be family, work, and then the club. Well, to me it is, well, wait a second here. Ain't your club family? So yeah, they come first. And that's one of the major reasons why I tell people to take a look at what you're doing, stay independent or stay a riding club. Because it is a lot. Thanks for that, Super Pimp. Love you to death. But going on, with the New Age in Biking and Brotherhood I just wrote, and I really picked up that title, is because Brotherhood used to be a lot different back when I first started out than it is now. Shit, I remember when first starting out, all of us in one of the chapters lived in the same apartment complex. Shit, we'd be out at the creek partying all the time. We had a barrel going with the fire, smoking it up, and having a good time. We were always together, and it was a tight-knit family. And back then, it was you bleed together, you cry together, and all that stuff, where now it seems... Thanks, Mr. Perfect. Now it seems like it's just something that people throw out there to be cool. And that's one of the reasons why you'll see me say, yeah, how you doing, what's up, and all that kind of stuff. I'll never say bro or any of that shit, especially if I don't know you. I have to really get to know you to call you that. But I'll usually say bud or something like that. But the meaning has gone so far awry that we need to get it fixed within the community. But go ahead and call in on the studio line if you guys want. We can talk about it a little bit. 847-957-1656, so it ain't just me talking to a camera. Let's see what we got going on here. Stay independent, less rules. And you know what, Ride Free? You're completely freaking correct right there. You don't need a patch to be a biker. You don't need it. And you know what? Unless you got the commitment... Don't do it. Don't do it just because you want to be cool. Don't do it because you want to pick up some freaking ass. Because, you know what? You're not only hurting yourself, but you're hurting a lot of other people when you can't go through the process. You're actually wasting the time of not only yourself, but the club in general. If you want, you still can be independent and be brothers with club guys. You can. I am. I just don't wear the patch anymore, because, the epilepsy's kicked my ass, and with the seizures and shit like that, that's one of the reasons why I'm not around anymore in the club scene. But, you've seen it. I hang around with the guys when I can, and, you don't need that to be brothers. And I guess one of the biggest things out of this video or this live stream that I'll have to, say is... be you. Don't be somebody you're not. Don't go out there and try to, how can I say it? Act like, Billy Badass when you're really, you're book smart or you're something like that. Be you. Because being a biker is it's being you. It really is. It's not conforming to anybody's ideology or something like that. It's your own ideology. You're being free. You're doing you, and you just don't give a fuck. That's the way I do it anyway. So you don't need a patch to do that. And I don't know how many times I'm going to say that, but you don't need a freaking patch. It's a cringe when a person I don't know calls me brother. Patches for life, not a lifestyle. You know what? You're damn right on that, Harry. It is for the guys that you're in a club with, you know, the best freaking memories are made with them guys. You're on air. How you doing, Georgia?
Hello.
Hey, how you doing, buddy?
Hey, man. I just wanted to throw my 2 cents in on this Brotherhood deal.
Let's get her.
Well, I've been riding for about 40-some-odd years.
Oh, rock on, old timer.
Yep. Like you were saying, back in the day, I've done time, kept my mouth shut. And brothers took care of me. And over the years, I don't know what has happened. It's like you say, people throw stuff out there. I've been riding with a bunch of boys here for a while now, about a year. And yeah, brother this, brother that. But then when you're there, it's pretty much like, oh, you're just a patch holder, because we got our own little group here, and it don't make much matter other than you're just one of the numbers.
And you know what? You bring up something, you know, the clicks within the clubs do hurt the club, and you know, you're freaking spot on with that.
Well, right now I've been riding with what would you call it, a family-oriented club. You know, no 1%. And I tell them, I say, you know, 1% club back in the day, and it probably still is now, once you made the cut, you were in. There was no click. Right. You were part of, you were in, nothing was kept from you, everybody was even Steven. And now, these riding group, family club type deals, I don't know what it's like. You got to be in a little clique or something, or you're just one of the numbers.
Right. What do you think is? You know what? You've been in the biker lifestyle for over 40 years. What do you think is going on right now with the type of people coming into the lifestyle? Because it has sure changed, you know, since I've been in around the early 90s, and I know it's changed since you've been in it.
Well, back in the day, I think we all come, it wasn't just, there wasn't all these people to just go out, finance a Harley, buy a Harley, you know, and be on the road riding, go buy you some leathers at the Harley shop, all this crap. You would have a brother that done leather work. He'd hook you up, make you a set of chaps, you know.
Right.
You would get together, build each other's bikes. And now it's just anybody and their brother who's got a little bit of cash, go jump on a bike. Hey, I'm a biker. I'm in a club now, and we gonna ride. And they don't. They're not with the roots of what we started.
And you know what? You bring up a good point with the roots where we were started. You know, especially, you know, you being in the business 40 years. I always tell the audience that it used to be not cool to be a biker until the mid-90s, of course. But, you know, what's your feelings on that? Because it used to be where we were looked at like scum. You were pieces of shit. Even independents were like that.
That's right. You were, if you had tattoos, you were, oh my God, this person with tattoos, they got tattoos. They had to be in prison. They're no good to society. They're out here riding these bikes and partying and running around with each other. So obviously they're up to no good and they're not part of society. And now, what's been the rage for the past 10, 12 years? Oh, you're not cool unless you're covered in tattoos.
Right, exactly. You know? Well, you know what? I own some tattoo shops. I know exactly what you mean on that one right there.
But it's like, yeah, you're cool if you go buy you a bike and go get tattooed up, and now tomorrow I'm going to go to my 9 to 5 as a nurse or an EMT or a cop or whatever the job may be.
Right, exactly. Now, what do you think about, you know, while I got you on the phone, I'm like doing a mini interview with you. I love talking to the old timers. You guys got so much knowledge. What do you think about my advice about not joining the damn club, go to independent or go with a riding club or something like that?
Well, back in the day, I know how it was for me. Like you say, people that lived a life. Me and my first old lady. Hell, I never owned a vehicle other than my damn Harley for the first 12 years we were married. And we toted our groceries, our dog food, whatever the hell we had to take. We would pack up on that bike, and that's how we got back and forth from town to the house. And I rode it 365 days a year. Now, people, we're a biker. We're pretty much sitting in a trailer, and we're carrying it over to wherever. Then we're going to ride around that little spot and then carry it home. And I don't know, there ain't the bond between people on bikes like there used to be.
No, we were, you know, even if you didn't know the people, you were still out there partying with. Thanks for that, Harry. You're awesome. You were out there, you're partying with them. You felt that bond. You were close with them people, even if you didn't know them. It's a different feel, even at the rallies now.
Oh yeah, I mean, I rode, you know, cross country quite a bit back in the day, and I would meet up with whoever. Hey, I'm a Snake or whatever the heck they were called, and well, I stay down here in this state and I'm heading back that way. What are you up to? Well, I'm just out cruising, man. Working here, working there. Well, come on back this way. Put you up at the house. You can get you some work, get some money together. Be on your way. People don't have that kind of brotherhood no more.
No, and you know what? It does seem like, you know, I'm not talking about the clubs now because we all know they got cliques, but it's getting cliquey even in the regular independent section, you know. It gets cliquey.
Yeah, I mean, there's a bunch of people around my area that's independents, and if you're not in their, I don't know what you call it, if you're not in their status, earning bracket, or dress code, or yuppieism, whatever the hell it is, then we'll say hello to you, but other than that, you know, we don't really want you around us.
Right. How do you think we can get back to the way it used to be, or you think that's too late, it's too dead?
Well, with all these young people coming up, all the doctors and lawyers who have flooded the supposedly biker lifestyle, there's still the guys out there who, and I'm going to say, I think the only people who's going to have it are going to be the 1%ers.
Right.
Because if you go there and you make that cut, you've been living that type of life, sort of. And once you're in, you continue living that life. And I think that's the only place the true brotherhood is going to be kept if all these rats will get exterminated.
Man, that, you know what? Actually, freaking 2018 was the year of the rats. Let me tell you, you know, how many stories we had to do on Insane Throttle about all the damn rats.
Yeah, and all this crap going on in California right now, you know,
right?
That's crazy. I don't see how our government can come in on us and tell us, no, man, we're going to group you all together, and everybody's guilty.
Exactly. Well, you know what with the government is they don't like the freedom that they have. And, you know, one of the things that they argued at the Mongols trial was our actual lifestyle. And, you know, I'm not talking about the independent one, but how the MC world, you know, has its code and stuff like that. And that's one thing that they hated was the Mongols code was.
Yeah. But it's like you say, you know, everybody's supposed to be sheep.
Right.
We're not supposed to be able to think on our own and be independent and say, no, we don't agree with what you're trying to do to us.
Exactly. Well, you know what? I always love talking to an old timer, man. It's my favorite thing because of the stories and stuff like that. And I really appreciate you calling in and, you know, giving your viewpoint for the show. And I really appreciate the support and stuff.
Hey, brother, keep up the good work. And sorry about the brother, but I mean, somebody with the same state of mind, I do consider him one of a kind.
Rock on, man. I appreciate it, buddy.
All right, have you a good one.
You're on air.
What's up, Hollywood? It's my turn now. What's going on out there?
Sinister, what's up, buddy?
Well, we gotta wake everybody the fuck up. What's going on?
Not much, man. We gotta get them off their honeys, man, and get them moving.
I hear him talking about the brotherhood and everybody saying, oh, this is my brother, this is my sister, and this and that. Even in my own fucking club, there's only certain people I'll say that's my brother, that's my sister. You know?
The same way I am then, man. You know, well, you're shy, so we are the same.
If a motherfucker ain't willing to die for you or come up against you and help you out when you're in time of need, man, that's the only way you're going to call me your brother.
Exactly. You know what? You know, since we're on that subject, maybe we need to explain a little bit to the audience what makes us a little different in Chicago compared to a lot of other places, how we approach different type of stuff. You know, from the streets to, you know, basically being real, because there's a lot of fake people out there.
Well, I mean, and once again, we'll hit back toward the 90s, man. I mean, like I said, my buddy's down in the joint. And, like, nowadays, man, there's too many fucking snitches. You don't know these clubs, and I don't mean to jump on clubs. It could be even with our club, you know, or we're not a club, but a lifestyle.
You know what? You're right on. Those fucking clubs got to get rid of these goddamn rats, because like I said, the year of 2018
This is the problem. You know, and this is just what I see. I'm not going to, you know, throw the fucking rats at everybody here, but when they're looking for numbers, you don't know who the fuck you're getting in your club. Oh, he's my friend. And then that friend turns out and he can be an FBI agent, ATF, he's somebody or knows somebody. And if you do some dirt, like in Chicago, they'll tell you, if you're going to do some dirt, you do that shit yourself. You don't fucking bring no one with you. Because if you bring someone with you, that's one too many motherfuckers that'll tell on you. The only person that can tell on you is yourself. So if you're going to tell on your fucking self, then go right ahead. Well, my buddy in jail, he said, man, there's a lot of guys in there from the clubs, different clubs, and we're high-ranking. Mm-hmm. And their own guys fucking snitched on them, man, and they're sitting in the fucking joint, you know, because their brother is the one that was backing them and fucking ratted them out because he was scared to do time. You know, if you guys want to play and do the crime, hey, you gotta pay the time too, you know?
Exactly, you gotta fucking pay the time, man. And that's, you know,
I spent time in the joint. I spent time in 26 in California. I don't know how many motherfucking times, but
20,
you know what? Hell, baby! That's my motherfucking fault, though, you know? Because I always get into some bullshit. and I don't know how to shut my fucking mouth, you know, and then I get in trouble, and then the cops come and beat the fuck out of me. A scar cop, they don't care. That's like the shit out of you, beat you up and throw you in the car, you're going to jail. They don't give a fuck.
Exactly.
You know?
Yeah, and fucking CPD's a lot different.
Yeah, you know, it's just different, you know. They say, you know, you got California, my brother's out there in L.A., and he sees all the different clubs and stuff like that out there, but he's not into any of the clubs or into the lifestyle or ride bikes or anything. But he tells me, you know, I see these guys, and he's like, wow, I've seen a whole bunch of guys, you know, this and that. And he's like really fascinated, you know. Mm-hmm. And I tell him, well, how's it out there? You know, is it wild or what? He goes, I love it out here. The weather's great out here. I said, man, I would love to just be out there riding all the time, you know. Because out here we get the cold weather, and then the streets get slick, and people don't realize when them streets start getting slick, you like the fuck out here.
Oh, hell yeah.
You know, because of the cold. But that moisture stays into the concrete out here, you know. You fucking wipe out.
Right, exactly.
But, well, you know
what I don't understand, and you brought it up with these guys that turn rat. My first club, you know, that I came into in '93, the guy looked at me straight in the face. Yeah, he looked at me, let's just put it this way. He looked at me straight in the face and said, you're going to have two choices right now. You're either going to go to jail or you're fucking going to the grave. So pick your choice. If you want to get into that, that's your true choices. And I had to accept that. Now, that was a different kind of MC than, you know, the Pistons were. You know, the earlier club was, you know how the shit is with the prison chapters and all that stuff. But that's one thing I don't understand about these rats is you're getting into the game. What the hell? You chose to do it. Take the fucking responsibility. You know, you want to enjoy everything that goes around with the life, but when you get busted up, you want to cry like a bitch.
Yeah, well, I don't, you know, they want to prove their manhood and try to act like they're something that they're not. And then when they get into the streets and they really see what's going on and what maybe the club is doing or the lifestyle is doing or whoever, even if it's the gangs or whatever, and once you figure out that you're in a spot that you don't want to be in, it's like either you're going to prove who you are or just keep your ass on the porch, you know, with the other little puppies and shit. Don't come out here playing no fucking games, you know. But a lot of guys want to prove they're the big man. They get out there, and when their brothers need help 2, 3 in the morning, saying, hey, I need you to come out here right now. I'm in bed sleeping, or don't answer the phone.
Right.
You know, they're there to defend themselves. It's like, no, motherfucker, you chose to be a 1%er or even a 99%er. You know, you got to help your brothers, you know.
Well, yeah, you know, you know, you're in the riding club. You know, one of the things with the clubbers was, you know, I hear these independents say, well, I thought, you know, when they tried to go through the process and stuff, well, I was told it was family, then work, and then club. Well, to me, and it was, you know, ain't your club your fucking family?
Right, it is. But see, with the lifestyle, they want you to choose your family first, your blood family, you know, your wife, your husband. They understand that type of deal as far as, you know, you're spending time with your family if you couldn't come to a function or something like that. But when they call you like, hey, I need you to come help me right now, they expect you to still come help because you're family to them too. That's to them, that's your second family. Now,
yeah,
that's the lifestyle.
You spend a lot of time with them.
That's the lifestyle. Now, being as when I was a gang member, it was like, you're going to come out here right now, we got to roll. We got some shit to take care of. It was on. You ready to get your ass out there and do your thing.
Oh, I know that.
And that's it. You know, it was game on. You know, we didn't give a fuck. We had a plan to do something, we're going to do it.
Yeah.
Now, you got 1%ers, that is your family. They will die for themselves. You know what I'm saying? That's their family. If their family comes first, they're 1% family. And that's just plain and simple. That's their basic golden rule, you know? They don't, you know, their family, hey, their family is their club they're married to now. That's their family, you know? 99.
And that's the way it should be because, you know, if you're going to win that 1% diamond, you got to earn it. You got to think it. You got to live it.
There's a lot of them that got it because groups are looking for numbers. And that's just one thing that, you know, you want to be the biggest, baddest group, you know, because you came at 100 deep, but you came with, like they always say, you know, hey, I'd rather have 5 brothers that'll be down with me than having 100 brothers that'll run the other way. You know what I mean?
Oh, exactly.
It's how do they say, quantity over quality or whatever. Quality over quantity.
Yeah, quality over quantity, man. And you know what you're talking about. In the early days, I was in some situations where you're like, is this motherfucker going to back me or what?
Yeah, and I mean, you know, me and my buddies, if one of us got into it, even damn well you're up and all the boys behind me were like, we got you, dude. Don't even worry about it. Once you pop his ass, we're going down. He's going down right here.
It's
you know, if it's one-on-one, you know, if it's one-on-one, hey, my brother's like, hey, let him go one-on-one. Come on, motherfucker. You know, we'd be out there scrapping and shit, you know, but that's just the way it was back then. But now, you got so many laws, restrictions. They're calling motorcycle clubs gangs. They're calling fucking gang members terrorists. I mean, it's just getting fucking crazy. You know, all the shit that's going on now because they're implementing all these rules and they're actually used for the terrorists and they're using them against the American citizens that are here.
Well, you're exactly right.
The clubs, the gangs, they use gangs. We've been fighting with the fucking cops for everything back in the day. You know, they were trying to everything they could find. If it was more than 3 of you walking together, they fucking come over here. You guys are walking in a group. We're going to get you for class mob action, you know. That was considered mob action because you had more 3 or 4 group walking to the store or something. That's what they called it. And fucking will arrest you for it, put you still, let you sit there for a while, give you a little fucking ticket thing, and let you go. You know, but then you gotta go in front of the judge, and that's one of the fucking things they'll add to your record. You know, you were caught up for mob action. Mob action? What the fuck is mob action? That's some kind of rule in Illinois. You got more than 4 people sticking around together. That's what they call it.
Mob action is your favorite, ain't it?
Oh man, these motherfuckers out here. You know, you see Burke got in trouble. You see that?
It's about time, man, that freaking corrupt shit.
All that corrupt fuck. There's so many corrupt fucking politicians. The Chicago's called the machine. All the motherfuckers are corrupt.
Well, you know, a lot of people don't understand Chicago is the Chicago Democratic machine where we're from, man.
Yeah. They fucking control everything. Doliak, all these motherfuckers out. Fat Eddie, they control all this shit out here, you know. They know what they're doing. They got all these law firms and got all this shit going on out here, but they know what they're doing. These politicians ain't stupid over here. They know what's going on, but they're corrupting all the other ones in all these other states and shit, you know, and showing them how to do this shit.
Right.
But, you watch, you know, marijuana will be legal here. They're going to put gambling boats in Chicago. They're going to fucking make money, and you know there's going to get people going to get pockets lined up. You know, one hand greases the other out here.
Well,
you know what I mean?
What happened over in Rosemont, man, with that casino, man? They were greasing the shit. They were greasing that shit with the outfit boys.
I bet. Dude, there was years ago, I wanted to start my own limousine service. And the motherfucker told me straight out, he said, let me tell you something. Once you start doing this, I have to introduce you to a couple guys, and you have to pay to come into the city of Chicago. I go, are you fucking kidding? He's like, no. He goes, I'm just telling you. I'm going to introduce you, and that's it. I said, well, I guess I'm not going in for a limo service.
Maybe in the suburbs.
I don't even in the suburbs. It didn't matter. If you came into the city to Midway, to fucking O'Hare,
you had to pay that tax.
You'd be in the back of that cab or that limo in the trunk, shit, with a bullet in your head, you know, you got to pay these guys, you know, and it still goes on, you know, it still goes on. This shit ain't never going to stop. But these rules that they're putting on everybody now, you know, calling, I see a lot now, they're calling MCs gangs and saying, all the gangs, MCs, they're not, pretty soon they're going to say they're terrorists. You know what I mean? It's just a matter of time, you know, for them to start doing that. You know, and I heard on one chat room where they were talking about, you know, 1%ers, you know, are asking all the MCs, the 99%ers and everybody to come together and, you know, help to fight this shit that the government's doing, which I understand because it's going to affect everybody. Everybody who wears a fucking patch is going to affect everybody. So once everybody gets affected by it, you ain't gonna be able to ride no more with your fucking patches on or anything, man. The cops are gonna pull you over, start fucking arresting you, taking your fucking jackets, taking your fucking vests, your cuts, taking whatever, you know?
Right.
But the 1%ers were saying, or 99% is asking, well, you know, is this shit going to continue between 99%ers and 1%ers? No, everything's probably going to go back to the same way because it's just protocol. That's just what it is. But everybody has to stick together as a one just to fight the government on this bullshit. You know what I mean?
Right.
The government takes on everybody for something. Fuck, they try to take Bill Gates down. He's fucking multi-billionaire. You know what I mean?
Well, they're trying to do it to the president of the United States right now. He's a billionaire. But one thing, and you brought up about the terrorist stuff, that was actually brought up in a video 2 years ago at Daytona when they interviewed one of the cops there. They called it a domestic terrorist organization, one of the clubs. And another thing that I say to the people out there that claim clubs are gangs is, I ain't know a lot of dudes in the club and they don't got that money rolling in like you think they do with that criminal organization bullshit you're spewing. You know, you consider somebody organized crime, man, they're pretty doing bad on the streets.
Well, with the gangs, I mean, they can be controlled. And I hear all these different people trying to get involved and saying, you know, we got to stop this gun violence with the gangs and shit like that. It can be controlled. You know, Statesville, Menard, all these penitentiaries, they have in Illinois. I don't know about the other states, but I know just in Illinois, you know, Illinois has more killings than fucking Iraq and Afghanistan. That's what it is. It's Chirac. I mean, it's your own little fucking gangland right here. It's just people getting killed all the time. You see it in the summertime when it gets nice out, man.
Oh, it's crazy
out here. Man, they're killing people's heads like it ain't shit and getting away, you know. They're fucking doing drive-bys, doing walk-bys. Motherfuckers are on bicycles shooting at you and shit.
Right.
You know, but they're killing motherfuckers by the numbers. And you'll see on the weekend, 45 people shot, you know. 17 of them are dead. Just on a weekend, you know.
Yeah.
Can you imagine if we had summer like California, all this time we would have summertime? Can you imagine how high it would be?
It'd be crazy, man.
Yeah. They'd have to bring in the fucking reserves to come down here. I'm surprised they're not here already.
They didn't do that yet, man.
Yeah. They're just, you know, playing this fucking game, you know, and they want to say, you know, MCs are gangs, but gangs are going to be controlled, and they can be controlled because, like I was saying, like Statesville, Menard, all the main penitentiaries, Pontiac, those penitentiaries have what's called a board. Mm-hmm. And what the board does, each board member is basically a controller for each group. You know, you got the Latin folks, the GDs, the BDs, the Triple Ls, you got the Kings, you got the Vice Lords, you got, you know, BMPs, you got all kinds of different gangs. But everyone has a main source.
Exactly.
That calls the shots from the joint. Can stop all this shit from all the streets. But they're trying to say now that these groups are breaking up in small groups, you know, and fucking selling drugs, and if this group is on that block and this block, it could be all stopped and controlled. But the cops want to see this shit keep going on because what it's doing is just hiring more of their friends and giving them more jobs.
Keep some jobs and shit like that. And when you're talking about Ford, I think that was what, Ford and Hoover that did that?
Larry Hoover?
Yeah, Larry Hoover and Jeff Ford?
Yep.
Yeah.
And, you know, they can control all that. But there's a lot more than that, you know, that are on the streets that can control it and stop it. But the cops like to start and stir up shit too, you know.
Right.
For them to mess with motorcycle clubs who are veterans, these veterans fought for, you know, the United States, fought for our freedoms and shit. And now you want to strip them? You're fucked up. Our country's getting fucked up when you do shit like that. These guys are on their bikes just riding and shit and having a good time and just, you know, trying to relieve themselves. You know, when you get on your bike, you're all riding. You forget about everything. You're just enjoying life, you know? And it's like, haven't they been through enough shit? You know?
Right. Now,
what is you guys' problem?
Right. Do you think that, you know, because Ironhead just brought it up in the chat room, and I think he's kind of right, man. Half of the clubs out there ain't half of what they used to be because they went for freaking numbers.
Yeah. When you start going for numbers, man, that's and you don't know who you're getting. I was actually watching a video, and this one group, I'm not going to say their name, but the one group, because I'll get on my YouTube shit and just watch whatever's playing, you know, and watch a lot of MC stuff. You know, I was just bouncing around, right? But like he said, this group was looking for numbers. They're patching people over, taking their, you know, hey, take these bets, we'll give you these bets. You're a 1%er now. Didn't even earn the motherfucker. You didn't earn it. You got it given to you. When you fucking got it given, and honestly, gang members, they'll beat your motherfucking ass if somebody just gave you something because you just walked in. They'll probably slap you on the side and probably take you out later on.
Exactly.
But, you know, it's they're giving it away, but then you don't know who you're giving shit to. You don't know who you're inviting in. You know what I mean?
It defeats the purpose of what the club's supposed to be about, and that is brotherhood. And I think brotherhood's been lost.
You know, I've seen that members that are part of these different groups that run the other way, man, and I'm like, what the fuck? They're out here fighting and shit, you know, and I'm just like, well, damn, you just left your brother standing there and he took off. I'm just a rough rider, so they ain't gonna do shit to me. I'm a joke. I'm just in a fucking costume, you know? So I'm just watching what's going on. And, like, okay, so I get on my bike, I roll out, you know, like, okay, what the fuck just happened? And these guys, it's like, dude, we used to brawl out in the middle of the fucking street, you know, but now they pull guns. These younger motherfuckers will pull guns on.
Oh, yeah.
But,
they'll pull, you know, it's like them.
A lot of them will pull it. A lot of them will pull it, but they won't pull the trigger.
It's like that one story that came out, and I'm the one saying it, not you. But that fucking bullshit that happened down in Florida when they pulled up on our one guy down there, and, you know, Sons of Anarchy bullshit because he got his ass whooped. That's some bullshit to that right there. That's a punk ass move, if you ask me.
You mean the kid who was wearing the vest, the Sons of Anarchy vest?
No, the fucking 69ers, man, with that one story down there, man. I'm not going to go much to it on the air and shit like that. I can on the off, but he was a punk.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, there's different groups. I see that, you know, there was a problem over here in Indiana where there was guys, they thought they were really Sons of Anarchy, and they were wearing the fucking vests and had Harleys, and were actually fucking with people in their cars, messing with people on bikes that they were no part of any clubs or anything. And they actually were said, you know, anybody sees these guys, pull them over if you can, knock them off the fucking bike, and we'll keep his bike and see how he likes that, you know. And we heard about it, and we're just like, I've never seen any of them running around here, but they were actually caught racing around here, you know, and I'm like, what is going on? You know,
it's out there, man.
It's a fucking TV show, and these motherfuckers let it go to their heads, but, you know, I don't know. There's just some wild ass shit that goes on over here.
Right,
you know, but,
I tell you, man.
You know, but I mean, all the clubs, they got to realize who they're, like some of the, like I was telling you, the show I was watching, the guy said usually it takes you 5 years. They had to know you before they would even allow you to be with them.
Yeah, that used to be the old days, man. The old days was about 5 years, or you had to grow up with one of the members or be a family member to get in. That's the way it used to be.
They had to know you. They had to know you. And that was the only way you were getting in. They had to know who you were, and you had to check it out. And if you're the one who allowed him and you gave the word that he was okay to come in, guess who's getting their fucking head pumped in? The guy who let him in.
Exactly. You know? It got really bad, let me tell you. But I really appreciate you calling in, Sinister. I got the line full right now, buddy. Hey, you're gonna be up at the 35th annual on the 3rd in St. Charles?
My birthday.
Rock on, man. Come to the show, man.
My lady asked me about that. She's like, I want to go to the show over there in Rosemont when it comes.
Yeah, I'll be at that one too. But the one in St. Charles, I'll be doing a live. Awesome. Yeah, I'll be doing a live there. And I actually got an extra pass, man, if you need to get in.
Okay, because I definitely go to that every time it comes out here. It's at the Stevenson, but it's really what do they call it? The It's the Stevenson Convention Center, but they call it Rosemont something.
Right. Well, I'll be there, dude. So I'll catch you.
I love all the things that they got going on. I could walk around that place for hours and fuck with people. I run into a lot of people when I'm in that place too.
Rockin'. Hey, bring me a Gina Juice hot dog. I'll pay you when you get there.
All righty.
I'll talk to you later, Sin.
All right, man.
I had a call from Arkansas, man. Sorry, guys. I love talking to Sinister. Sinister's my boy. I love talking to him. Real good guy. Came down and to the benefit for Neon, and it was a hell of a time out by Neon's, man. I really appreciated all the help that you guys gave and stuff like that. But Arkansas, if you want to call in, go ahead and call in. I'll keep rolling for a second or two. What else did we have here? Hey, yeah, I got the new phone system going on, and that's thanks to you guys with all your super chat money. That stuff will be operational on Monday. You're on air.
Hey, what's going on, Hollywood? How you doing, buddy?
Good. Who's on air?
Mr. Perfect.
Oh, I know that, man. The audience don't. What's up, buddy?
Nothing. I'm just sitting here listening, and something kind of hit me really hard as everyone's talking. But in the 90s, I remember guys saying, man, I miss the old days. They would be talking about the early 80s and the 70s and the 60s. Right. And now here we are in 2018 going, I remember the 90s.
Yeah, but don't it have a different feel now to it?
Well, I don't know. I was a military writer back then. So we kind of had a built-in club because all the motorcycles had to park in the same area together. So when we go out for lunch, we had a built-in crew to ride with, and I didn't affiliate with any MCs or anything like that. It was strictly just other service members.
Well, I'm not only talking about MCs. I'm talking about the whole scene in general. It just had a different feel back then than it does now.
Well, I think that's the problem with nostalgia, though, because we remember all the good things and tend to put away the negative feel, the negative things.
Oh, there was a lot of negative things back then, let me tell you.
yeah, now I definitely noticed there's much more of a PC culture now.
That's what I'm getting at. Thank you.
Yeah, there's definitely much more of a PC culture now. But as far as Brotherhood, I'm finding that today as much as I did in the military back in the 90s. I went in the Army in 89 and got out in 2005. So I'd say other than the political correctness culture, but we've always, back then, I remember everyone would get on and laugh at guys who rode rice burners or jack bikes or were looked at as second-class citizens. Now, you can see that, you see that on the set all the time. Now, it's almost become cool. Mm. But telling the story about Brotherhood, this is something that happened to me not too long ago, but it just blew my mind. And speaking about some positive things in modernity, I was sent on a task. I was a hang-around, and was sent on a task to go sit with a brother that was much older, a badge holder who was in his 70s.
Hey,
he was in a home.
Dan just gave you a big shout-out.
Oh, yeah, I owe him one for that. I got my shout-out for him in a second. But we were, so I was sent on this task to go sit with this old guy and learn some stuff from him. And on the way back, I was in the middle of nowhere, Arkansas, and had a bike park, had a flat, and was literally nowhere. And tried to call back to my club brothers to say, hey, I need help. And at this time, I'm just a hang-around. And I see him. I'm talking to him now. The old lady's chasing me down with my phone. I know it for it, so thank you.
Hi, old lady.
Yeah, hi, old lady. So I was out there in the middle of nowhere, and I was stuck, and I was done, and no brother could get to me. But what they did was they called around to other clubs And eventually, a favor between 1% clubs happened where another club came out and rescued me. I didn't know these guys from Adam. And I was in the middle of nowhere, and somebody drove 4 hours just to find me and help me in the middle of the night. I didn't even know where I was, but this other club went out on the rescue and found me and helped me get back. And if that's not brotherhood, I don't know what is.
Hey, are you still echoing, guys, out there? It's just started. Oh, go ahead. Go ahead, Mr. Perfect. I was echoing, it seems like.
Oh, sorry about that.
It must be you, man, not me.
But the brotherhood, you know, it's still there. You know, clubs do need to get numbers up, especially when they're trying to branch out and move places. And, you know, bad decisions have been made and will be made in the future, but we just heal through those and keep moving forward. That's all you can do. And to try to hold somebody up to a standard today that they would have expected from hindsight in the 70s, you just gotta move forward. Right. And the clubs have to move forward. I just hope that everyone can get on the same page and fight the enemy now, which is overreach of the government.
You got that right, man. You got that right. How did you like that story Dave Walters did?
You know what I thought about that? It was awesome. I shared it with everybody that I knew. My phone was blowing up. Guys from California, Illinois, Virginia, Florida, Georgia, Texas, I sent it out on a mass blast to everybody, and they got back. And Big Caz actually did a special on that and did a bunch of shout-outs to you. I don't know if you saw that yet on his channel.
Big Caz is the man.
Yeah, he's a good guy. I happen to be in one of his videos, but I'm not going to tell which one.
Right. Well, I appreciate you calling in, Mr. Perfect. It seems like I got a freaking problem. I can't wait till that phone system goes in. I guess there's echoing and stuff like that. I can't see it on my end. Are you on speaker?
No, I'm not. What I have is I was watching you on my phone, and then I used my old lady's phone to call in.
Oh, okay.
And then she's running in, because I guess there's a delay in all this. She's running in going, hey, something's going on.
Oh, yeah, there's a delay on there from from my stream software to you guys.
Well, you're doing an awesome job. I really appreciate you. I know my brothers appreciate you. I pass out your work to them all the time and keep them updated.
Oh, I really appreciate that, and tell the guys with the chosen few I said hi, and keep kicking it.
I sure will. And a big shout out to Birdie Dan. Love him to death. He's awesome. I talk to him almost every day, and I can't wait to see him in July.
Rock it.
All right, y'all have a good one.
I hope to see you soon, man, one of these days on the road, because I'll be on the circuits.
Oh, I'll be there, and I definitely, when we're in the same vicinity, I'll make my way to you, I promise.
Rock and roll, man. I'll talk to you later, buddy.
All right, have a blessed one. Okay.
Well, guys, here we are, man. Great stuff, and you know what? I'm humbled, and I thank you guys a lot for the YouTube live super chats. That means a lot, and since I got the phone system going on, now I'm going to put all that into professional thing, because we got a documentary that we will be filming. More details of that's going to be coming up to you. That will be released in November. And to my girl Lori, if you want, I'll get in touch with you with that and all that good stuff. Can you turn down phone reception? Yeah, it was, I think the phone was screwed up, but let's see, I'm going to meet up with Hollywood in May. Yeah, I'll be down there in Orlando in May on Mother's Day weekend. I'll also coming up with all the shows and stuff. I'll have it posted what I'm going to be doing. A lot of them still coming in. We're getting our booking schedule going, ready to go. So I'll be releasing that as time goes by. And again, I really appreciate all the support that you guys give the channel and all the support that you guys give me. and it's real awesome. And I really appreciate every damn thing that you guys do. You guys are freaking awesome. And hope you enjoyed today's show. And I'll see you guys Monday for live. Can we be in the show? Anybody can be in the show if you want. All you have to do is email me at info@insanethrottlebikernews.com, and we can get you on there. Until the next ride, believe it or not, I missed you guys. I missed you too, Pammy. But yeah, John, you guys can come on the show if you want. Anybody, if you have something to say or want to get out there, you can always call in, man. You know what? This is not only my show, but this is your guys' show as well. Without you guys, Insane Throttle wouldn't be here. So this is all about you guys, man. So yeah, give me a call, and really appreciate all the support, guys. And you have a good evening, and get out of the house. It's Friday night. Go do something. Go get drunk, or if in my case, go get high and go party. It's Friday, man. Stop watching me. Get out of here, man. I'll talk to you later.